So this is something I'm really excited to start using in schools. This is my data browser that I've created. This is more of a principal tool than anything else. But this column, you have your SSID numbers. So if you input all the SSID numbers for your school, which you can get through Infinite Campus, it's going to start populating everything else from here. So it's going to give you the name of the student, the grade, and by the way, this is all dummy data. And the first thing you're going to be able to see is the last 3 years worth of attendance. So this student has 13 excused, 6.5 unexcused absences, 2 excused tardies, and 2 unexcused tardies. Now, a lot of this stuff I've got hidden, excuse me, but this is live data. This is updated daily from Infinite Campus, and then you can also get the previous 2 years as well. Also, from Infinite Campus, when that data is released in around October, you can do the same thing with a K-Prep. So this is the K-Prep reading. This is their NAPD and the percentile they scored. I've also got it tied in to, we used STAR last year. So this is last year in the spring, the reading data. We're using MAP this year. So I've tied in a couple different things for a universal screener this year. I've actually got it pull in the amount of time that they spent on the test. So the student took 111 minutes to test. They scored a novice and they're in the 5th percentile. And what you're going to look at here is you're going to see as they test from fall to winter, here's the change they went through. And that's going to color code. So they took 71 minutes, still scored a novice, but they went up to a 40th percentile. So you have this positive green that they went up by 35% or they went down by 14. I've also got it recognizing patterns in the data. If this comes back black with yellow text, this is a bubble kid. They're within 5% of going from novice apprentice or apprentice to proficient. And those are the cut scores that I'm using from MAP. So fall, winter, spring, same thing, looking at the change. And then you get this nifty little spark line. It's just graphing their progress. So here's their fall score, there's their winter score, there's their spring score. So you can get a quick graph of how that works out. Also, that was MAP reading. Here's K-Prep, STAR, and MAP math. You get the same thing. We've also tied it into our behavior screener data. So again, this is all made up data, so I hope we wouldn't have a kid that was a 16 on internalizing and externalizing behavior. But when we give the SRSS twice a year, type in the student's ID number, it'll bring that up as well. So let's look at some of the stuff that's hidden here as well. We've also tied in that if you have their kindergarten screener available, that you can bring that off Infinite Campus, or we use Brigance, you can get their kindergarten readiness data. So if you're in an elementary school and this student's in a 4th grade, when you're trying to make decisions, you can look and see when they were in kindergarten, what was their percentile, were they ready, not ready. And then this that's been hidden as well, this is stuff you can manually enter. So prior setting, where were they before they started kindergarten, childcare, Head Start, preschool, and then if you're keeping up with students over multiple years, if they were retained a year, you can put what year they were. This should not all be the same. I can come in and delete this out. So if the student was retained in 3rd grade, they have a 504, they don't have an IEP, yes, they're being resourced, they are a B, no ELL, no access score. And that data is going to stay and follow that kid from year to year. So we're looking for new data. If you have anything that you think that would be beneficial for this, please let me know. I'm interested in always seeing anything that can be put into a spreadsheet. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's another tab at the bottom. If you don't want to look at it on a school-wide level, you can come to this individual student browser. All the same information is here. When you put the ID numbers in for the students, it lists all the names. Now this becomes a dynamic list. I can choose a student that I want to, and it's going to put all of that information in a sheet you can print just for that student. And again, it carries over year. Here's their kindergarten data, retention info, attendance, going up to 2023, academic screeners 2023, behavior screeners, K-Prep, It's all there. You can print all this stuff off for a single student. I think it's going to be pretty handy for principals to use when trying to make PLC decisions for RTI or IEPs. You let me know how you think it would be worked best. But that's my data browser. If you have questions, shoot me an email, hit me up on Twitter. Look forward to hearing any questions, comments, or concerns that you have. Thanks. Have a great day.